Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So, on Thanksgiving, the devs dropped 0.96 update for SCUM, and that is what we're going to take a look at today. So, what I wanted to do was show you guys everything that I possibly can with this update before we go ahead and start episode 18 of our single player series. So, the first thing I want to show you is this awesome bike. This is called the Cruiser bike. Basically, it's a Harley Davidson is what it is. But it hasn't been in the game in a while. They took it out, I think, in 7.0 or 7.5 or version 0.75. I forget when they took the vehicles out, but it's been a long time since we've seen this puppy, and it is a badass ride. So let's go ahead and take it out for a spin, show you what you look like on it. Sounds awesome. The ride's quick. Definitely the best motorcycle in the game. I mean, it's just awesome. I miss this bike. It does have inventory space. I'll show you that in a minute. Whoa. It's just awesome. I love it. I can't wait to get one of these in single player. I could spawn it in, but I'm not going to do that. We'll try and put it together. It is modular now. So let's check out the inventory space. There you go. Pretty good amount. I'm not sure if you can add anything to it for more inventory space. I didn't bother to check that out. So, I mean, if you guys know, go ahead and share that information in the comments section below. But this is basically what you're going to get when you put one of these together. And of course, you can paint it, which would be really cool to see some different paint schemes and patterns on here. Next up, we have our weapons. They have 3 brand new weapons. The SCAR L, the MAC-10, and the improvised rifle. Now, the improvised rifle is exactly like the improvised shotgun. Let's click out of that. As you can see here, it takes different ammunition. So if you have any of that on you and you want to make the shotgun, or excuse me, the rifle, go ahead and do that. As you see there, 12 gauge, 30-6. No, yeah. 308, 338, 54539. You see all that listed right there. So there you go. That's that one. Now, the SCAR L. I did realize that you need the M16 magazine for this. It does take 5.5645 ammunition. They also brought out this new scope, the Spectral DR, which can be attached to this weapon, which we're going to test in a few seconds or a few minutes. They also brought in the MAC-10. This is an Uzi. High rate of fire. Very good weapon at close range. Just like a shotgun. Very deadly. So this is really cool. It takes 9mm ammo, and it's takes 30 rounds in each magazine. They also redid the school backpacks. Now, I don't typically pick these up, but this is what they look like right here. Pretty cool designs. And the inventory space is not too shabby. Now, again, I don't know if they changed the inventory space or they just changed the design of the school backpacks. I'm not really sure. I don't ever use these, but I think it's a pretty good amount of inventory space. They also brought in some more berets. So the red one was the original one we always had. And then they have 5 more colors: black, blue, green, tan, and white. They also have quests now, which is one of the major parts of this update. I already have a battery in there. You will need a battery to make these cell phones work, just like anything else that requires a battery. So what you want to do is, once you have the battery in there, you want to turn it on. So now it's on. You heard that. And then what you want to do is use it. When you use it, your quest list will come up. What you want to do is click on your quest. And here you go. Now, this one is for the general goods trader in the C2 sector. Always pay attention to where these quests are located. So right here is a work for hire. It says our outpost is looking for help. Visit me at the general goods store and see what jobs we have in offer. So you have to go to the general goods trader in C2, and then you can get your quest. So there you go. Interesting. I'll give it a go. So there you go. Now, when you do this, hit escape to get out of it. If you look on the left-hand side there, it says your objective. Visit the nearest general goods store, which is obviously C2, as we found out. What you want to do is open up your journal right here. and you'll see it is listed right here on the left-hand side of your journal. Click on it, and then you'll be able to, it's basically tracking it for you. And then you'll be able to see the quest again. And if you want to abandon it, just hit this button and it will tell you, or excuse me, it will erase it for you and you don't have to worry about it. So that is the quest. Now, there are different ways to get the quests. This is one way with a cell phone. These cell phones have been in the game a long time, but you never had the ability to use them until now. So that's pretty sweet. I don't know how this is going to work in multiplayer. If you're going to have, if you have squad mates and all of you have cell phones, are you going to be able to track each other's quests? I really don't know how that works in multiplayer. If anybody knows that, this update's only been out for 2 days, but if you've tested this in a squad, please let me know in the comments section. Let everyone know so that we're prepared for that when we want to play some PvP. There's other ways to get the quest. If you go to the traders, there's 4 traders that have quest books. I believe it's the armory. Here, let's look here. The outpost. Here we go. So you have the general goods, the armor, mechanic, and the doctor. So all 4 of these traders you're going to want to visit in these outposts, and they each have different quests that you need to complete. You can also go to a POI, and there's going to be a quest board at the POI, and they'll be listed on there as well. I don't know how many quests will be listed on the board, but they'll be there for you to view. So that's cool too. You have 3 ways to get quests. The other thing they brought in is this headlamp. Let's go ahead and put it on. You need a battery for it, which I already have installed, and I want to show you this. Let's go back to inventory here. So right here, it is on your person. So we want to turn it on, and that's how much light you get. And if this is really dark out, I mean, you can see a long way with this. What's excellent about this is that you can use a weapon while using your headlamp. Before you'd have a torch or a lantern or something like that you had to hold in your hands, and that didn't allow you to have a weapon. So it's really good that they brought this into the game. This is going to be a highly sought after item, especially on servers that are really dark and they use nighttime a lot more, or they just have a longer nighttime or a darker nighttime. So that's pretty sweet. I love it. I love that. Let's go ahead and turn this off, and we'll take this off and put it down here. Last but not least, before we get to the turrets, are the armbands. So now you equip the armband here. Now, you see it on her left arm. Now, if you're in a squad, you would obviously make these armbands the color. I would assume you can change the color of these, and you can definitely add an emblem. So when you're in multiplayer, you can choose your emblem for your squad, and you can put that on the armband, which is pretty sweet. You're not going to be able to use nameplates anymore, from what I understand, from what I read from the update notes. So you're going to want to make sure your squad is basically dressed identical and also have identical armbands. Now, if you have people that just start out, I'm assuming if you have the ability to get them equipped with the same clothing and stuff that the rest of you guys have, you should be okay. But if they're just starting out, at least you can get the armband on them with your emblem, and you'll be able to tell who they are from a distance. So this is all the new stuff they brought into the game. One other thing that I wanted to show you is they did change the jumping animation, and it also affects your stamina. So the bottom left-hand corner there, you see my stamina bar, and I'm going to jump, and it takes half my stamina. Now, I don't quite understand that thing. I think that's a little too much, and I'll show you why. Because now it does regenerate fast, but the problem is when with the walking, they changed this as well. They added 4 different types of animations for this. So you have walking, and I'll explain to you what I mean with this, the jumping as well. So you have your walking, which doesn't take any stamina. Then you have a jog, which stamina isn't really a big deal. Okay. And then we go running, which looks like sprinting to me. So that should be run. And then this should be sprint. Now, they pretty much look the same, but the difference between the running and the sprinting, I believe, has to deal with your stamina. So if you're trying to sprint away from, let's say, a horde, and you have less than 80% stamina, you won't be able to sprint. You're just going to be running, which is still pretty quick, but that is going to affect you. So you have to pay attention to your stamina when you're, approaching or trying to run away from a horde. Maybe you're trying to run away from somebody in PvP, things of that nature. You got to pay attention to your stamina now. Now, if your character has decent stamina, like you built your character that way for the attribute, then you should still be okay. As you see there now, Eve, I played with her for 2 full seasons on single player. I use her as my test character now. She has really good stamina and endurance. I built her that way on purpose because I knew I was going to be running around the map a lot until I got a vehicle. So I typically do that with all my characters. So the higher the attribute, the less stamina and endurance you're going to need when running. But just pay attention to that, especially with jumping. It takes half my stamina, and I think it's a little crazy, but that's the way they have it set up. Okay, so that is all of that. I don't think I'm missing anything else other than the turrets. Now, I did build this. I'm in God mode right now. I built this off camera. Kind of wanted to put them up a little higher, and I watched a couple of Feudal's videos on the turrets, and the way he had them low to the ground, basically where they are right here, where the foundation pieces are. If you're wondering what level this is for a base, the brick is level 4. The concrete foundation is level 5. So this is what it's going to look like if you ever build your base up to this point. Another thing they did add in with the base building is the trap door here. So there you go. It's like any other door, like a front door or something. You can obviously put locks on it. BCU locks, protection locks, anything you want to keep people out. That's actually helpful if you have one of these at, let's say, the top of your base and you don't have a roof over that spot. At least people can't parachute in and try and get in your base that way. You have the ability to lock it. Now, what the Feudal did do in one of his videos is he was using the base building elements, and he was trying to figure out which base building elements you couldn't use with turrets. Now, what I saw him do was he used this particular one here, the twig wall bars. He put it in front of these things, and they were still able to, their line of sight, they were still able to have their line of sight, even with that, and they were able to kill the puppets when he was experimenting with this. So that's a good thing to know right there. I thought that was pretty good that he did that. The other thing he did try was the half wall. Now, the half wall, the line of sight's it's done. I mean, if you have it on, it won't be able to see anything. The half wall is not going to work, so do not use a half wall if you want to protect these things. And then the last thing he used was the low twig wall, which worked pretty good. I'm not sure if it'll work for every single one of these. I'm not going to test that out right now. I just kind of want to show you the turrets themselves. And so if you want to test that on your own single player, go ahead. But that's what he pretty much showed. The twig wall bar will definitely work. So if you want to enclose these, and let's say you want the sides, you want to enclose them completely, I would use those types of walls to do that because they will rotate 360 degrees, and that would probably be the best way to allow for their line of sight. Okay, so if you want to build all 5 of these, the default setting for the turrets is -1. And the default setting for that is you're only allowed to have 3 of these turrets. There's 5 total you can build. They would be in your defense right here, in your base building. So they're right here. So you have the improvised basic turret, the improvised 50 cal turret, the improvised flamethrower, the improvised minigun, and the improvised rocket turret. Now, 2 of these require a mech part. Now, I don't know if they're eventually going to allow you to find these parts around. I'm not sure if they already have that in the game since they brought this update out, or if you're just required to kill a mech and then you'll be able to take the parts off the mech. So the 2 that require that I saw, I think were the 50 cal. Let's check this. Yeah, see, a Century 50 cal rifle. So you're going to need the Century rifle to build this one, as well as the rest of these items. And a BCU chip. So there you go with that too. So this is not going to be that easy to build, that particular one. And I think the minigun is the other one that I saw Feudal cover. Yes, it requires a Century minigun. So, I mean, if they have them lying around in bunkers or maybe at a POI, what was that one in the south? I think it was oh, I can't remember which one it was where you have the mechs are like being built in this facility. It's in the south. I think it's in the Z sectors. Um, I'm not sure if they'll have them laying around there and you can pick one up. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I would hope they would allow us to do that because killing a mech takes forever. I don't care what you're using. It's kind of annoying if you ask me. So they should have something like that built into the game where we can find these parts, but only in specific sections of the map. That would be helpful. Now, the rest of these, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth here. We have the improvised basic turret, which takes an improvised rifle, as I just showed you the rifle there, and then some of these other parts. The BCU chip, I'm not sure exactly where you get those from. Do you have to buy them? I know you can get them from other players, from their, oh, I guess you can get them from puppets too, right? You chop their heads off, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just from other players. Or you can buy them, I suppose. But again, if you guys have that answer for me, please let me know in the comments section. So here we go with the flamethrower. So what you'll need is the improvised flamethrower. You can build that. You need fuel for this particular one. And the last one is the rocket turret, which you'll need an RPG, which you can find those or buy them if your server allows it. And you also need the Sentry aiming kit, which I never even saw that before, so I don't know where the hell you get that from. I guess the Sentry, of course. And then you need the circuit board. So these are not going to be easy to build. That's sweet that they have them in the game. I just hope they allow us to find the parts in various ways, especially with the Sentry parts. So what we're going to do, these do require generators. I'm sorry, I forgot I had these sitting here. Now, if you have them set up this way, we have all 5 of them out here in the front. You really only need 2 generators because the range is pretty good on these generators. As you see there, it encompasses 3 of them. And then what I would do is just turn on this one at the end. So we can have all 5 of these on at one time. Let's go ahead and turn these 2 on. Again, I'm in God mode, so I'm not going to run out of fuel with these things, I don't think. Okay, so we turn these on. Now, if you have this, you're not, to be honest with you guys, you're not going to set this up like this. However you set it up, just make sure the generator is in range, because you're going to need that. Cool trapdoor, too, by the way. So this is the rocket turret. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. That's pretty sweet. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? Sorry. Let me hide the range on these 2, because I want to show you the range of these turrets. Let's just go up here. Whoop. So we'll start with this one. This is the basic turret. Let's turn it on for once. For starters. So the red light's on, so that's how you know they're enabled. So let's show the range here. So it's not terrible. It's pretty close to the base, so if anybody comes in that range, it will take them out. Let's hide that one. Let's show the 50 cal turret. Pretty sweet. Let's show the range of that. A little bit further out than this one. Obviously, it's a 50 cal, so it's a sniper rifle style turret, so it's going to get longer distance. Pretty cool. Turn on. So that one generator is turned on these 2. Actually, turn on these 3. And then the other generator will turn on basically all of these. So we'll refill the ammo there. I didn't realize I needed that. Let's show the range. What's this one? The flamethrower. This one's actually pretty cool. As you see there with the targets right there, that's pretty much your distance you're going to get. Again, 360-degree radius. Well, almost 360. This one's probably your shortest range. Didn't I turn that on? Why won't let me turn it on? This is on, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let me just turn this on. See, maybe that one just wasn't getting picked up. It should have. Okay, there we go. It wasn't getting picked up by the generator. Let's show the range there. That's a pretty good amount of range right there for that minigun. That's really nice. So further than the flamethrower, remember the flamethrower went out to the targets right here. And this one's obviously way beyond that. And then last but not least is the rocket turret. This one's pretty cool. I've seen this one in action already. I have tested these before I started this recording. So that one's got a long range. That one's got a really long range. I think that's the one that's the furthest. And then probably the 50 cal would be next, or they're pretty much similar. Let's put it that way. They're pretty much similar. Okay, so there's your turrets. You saw what it takes to build these things. You can put these on. You don't need to build your base up to this level to have these things supported. You can put them on, you know, sticks, a stick foundation or whatever. You don't need to build them up this high or this level in order for these to work for you. So let's go ahead. Now this stuff down here is probably going to get destroyed. We'll just leave that on because I want to show you some of these guns, and then we'll do the turret stuff, and then that's it. Let's take the SCAR in our hands. Okay, that's loaded there. And that's on. So this is the scope. Now, there's an iron sight to this. I don't know how to get the iron sight. So when you focus in, you're 2 times the zoom. If you zoom in again, you're 6 times the zoom. And then, like I said, I don't know what the button is for the iron sights. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this off. Just wanted to show you the sight real quick. Whoops. Let's take this off. And then we're just going to hit these targets. I'm going to show you how accurate this gun is. Shooting in bursts. You shoot any more than that, it's kind of all over the place. You know, not the best. But shooting bursts, that's typically what I do with these types of weapons. Of course, I think you can change the fire rate as well. So there's that one. Let's try the MAC-10. Equip that. Very nice, very nice. And we'll pick that one up. So the MAC-10, like I said, is a close range or short range machine gun. Very accurate, though. I mean, I'm just holding this in. Look how accurate that is. That's crazy. High rate of fire. Deadly as hell from close range. Distance. Medium range might be pretty good with this weapon. Not 100% sure. Long range, definitely not as accurate. I forgot to spawn in some ammo for this. Let's do shotgun shells. Whoops. I spelled the wrong thing. Let's do buckshot. 1 box of that. Unpack. Let's take this in our hands. Again, just like the shotgun, this thing will use various types of ammunition. Animation's really cool. I love it. And that's it. It's pretty badass. All right. So there you go. Now, I think this stuff might get destroyed, so I don't really need it. What we're going to do... What was the other thing I wanted to say about the turrets, though, too? Oh, Feudal also came out with a video of how to destroy the turrets. They're actually not too hard to destroy if you have a high Like this scar should work pretty well on a turret. Just watch that video. I think it was like a 15 or 17-minute video. It's pretty decent. I'll put the link in the description too for you guys to look at if you haven't looked at it yet. RPG worked well, and some other weapons worked pretty well against them. So they're not going to be too difficult to take out. If you're in a squad, you'll be able to take them out if all of you are shooting at a turret at the same time. Depends on how they're put in the base. I mean, if they're well fortified, that might take you some time to take them out. I don't think you can upgrade them. I don't believe so. I think that's all they're allowed to upgrade. Yeah, there's no upgrading item here. Okay. So I just want to check these and make sure they're all full, which they are. They do deteriorate. As you see, the health points there, they're deteriorating on their own. I don't have that stuff set up. It's default. So I don't have that set up to where they'll deteriorate very quickly. Oh, here's the other thing too. I was saying about the amount you can put in your base. The default is 3. If you want to change that, whoops, I'm sorry guys. If you want to change that, just go to your server settings and go to features. And in base building right here, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see your turret max amount per flag area. Now, -1, like I said, is a default. It'll only allow you to have 3 turrets per flag. If you want to increase that, you just put this in the positive side. And since there's 5 turrets, and that's what I want to display here for you, you just set this to 5. Now, you can do more than that, I'm assuming. So if you want to have a base that has 10 turrets, I guess you could put this up to 10. Let's try it real quick. I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah, I don't think there's any maximum amount, like a cutoff. So if I wanted to do 10, I could do 10. I just did 5 for right now, just for the sake of this video. But that's how you do it. Turret max amount per flag area, and then increase or decrease it based on what you want. Remember, -1 is the default. So if that's all you want people to have is 3, you could type in 3 here too and just have 3 as the max, or you just stick with -1. That's what I wanted to show you. All right, so let's try and spawn in some puppets here. I'm not sure. I've never tried it from up here. So all the turrets are turned on. You know what? Let's go down there. I'm not really worried about the puppets. They can't hurt me. This stuff might get destroyed, but that's okay. I don't really care. So let's spawn in zombie. Whoops. And then we'll do this one. And we're going to do... Let's do 5. Okay, that was the grenade turret, or what's that one called? Oh man, that was awesome. What the hell was that one called? The rocket turret, excuse me, the rocket turret. So let's go out here a little bit further, and we'll do this again. I should have saved that. Zombie. Female, we'll do a 10, but before I do anything, let's just copy that so we don't have to keep doing it. Oh man, look at that rocket turret. Okay, let's turn the rocket turret off, because that one's pretty damn accurate. Let's turn that off. Now, I put them up high because I kind of wanted to see the difference, if it even made a difference, but apparently it doesn't. Turn off. I'm hurting, aren't I? Yeah, I got hit a couple times. So we'll turn that one off, and we're going to keep these other ones on. Oh my god. Okay, I want to spawn in Phoenix Tears. Because I don't want to die here. So just keep those on us. And then we'll do this again. B. There's the mini machine gun, the mini turret. See the flamethrower here? Oh, I died. All right, I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to kill myself. We got everything back, though. All right, let's try this again. I can't believe I did that. I just got to get out of the way. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Teleported myself. Come on now. Zombie. Female. 10. I just got to get out of the way. So there you go. The minigun's going at it. It's not hitting anything. Oh, there it goes. This is great. It's still trying to hit it. There we go. We'll take care of it ourselves. Well, there you go, guys. That is the 0.96 update for SCUM. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize that I died there. I wasn't really paying attention to my health. There you go. There are 5 turrets now in the game for your enjoyment. Try this on single player, guys. Try this stuff out on single player. See what you like. See what you can do with the turrets. As you just saw there, I'd say the best one is the rocket turret, as it does have a long range and obviously deals a heavy, excuse me, a large amount of damage. 50 cal would probably be the next in terms of range. The flamethrower is obviously the shortest, and the other two are basically medium range weapons. But that's cool. They brought them to the game. What I would like to see the devs do, like I said, is allow us to find mech parts, because that would make this a whole lot better, not only for single player, but I believe multiplayer as well. Especially if you're playing multiplayer as a solo, it's going to be almost impossible for you to have these turrets just because of the things you need. The BCU, what the hell were they? Were they locks? No, not locks. The BCU chips. I don't know if you can buy these. I know I said this already. I know you can get them from other players if you kill them. So I'm not sure how this is going to work in single player. If I ever get around to trying it in any of my episodes, we will test it out. This obviously helps also with drop ships. If you have drop ships turned on, and you have, let's say, 5 of these set up, they should single-handedly take out a mech in no time. Now, it's something I haven't tried. Should we try that? Can we spawn in mechs? I want to see this. Hold on. Let me turn this one on here. Let's try the mech real quick. I'm pretty sure we can spawn one in. Let's fill the ammo, and then we'll turn this sucker on. I'm going to fill the ammo. Again, I'm in God mode, so you can't really do this unless you have the ammunition for it. Obviously, you're going to, for the 50 cal, you're going to use 50 cal ammunition. Flamethrower is obviously fuel. The basic turret, what is this one? Did it unload? Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is, over here. Basic turret is 762 by 39. So we'll go ahead and refill it. I should have just done this. That's right, we'll just leave them there. That's the flamethrower. You got the minigun here. which is going to take all of this, 76254. Let's refill that. And then you have the rocket turret, which is obviously going to take the RPG rockets. So let's refill those. That's what I should have done to begin with. That's all right. I screwed that up. Let's try and spawn in a mech, because I kind of want to see what these things will do to a mech. I don't know if we can do this or not. Can we do a mech? Random animal, zombie. Nameplates. No, maybe you can't. I thought maybe you could. If you can, I don't know how to do it. What about a vehicle? Is that considered a vehicle? Mech. Mech's a vehicle. I don't think so. No. What's this? No, that's all ammunition. You spawn in razors. I don't think this is something. I don't think so. Or if you can, I don't know how to do it. Okay. Well, anyway, I was talking about the dropships and the mechs. These things should be able to take care of them. If you have one, I don't know how well it's going to work. If you have multiple of the same one, I'm sure that'll help out. The flamethrower may not work as good on a mech as, let's say, the minigun or definitely the rocket turret. But hey, that's something you can try out if you know how to spawn in mechs. I don't know if that's a thing, like I said. So anyway, guys, that's it for me and this video of the 0.96 update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you want to stay up to date with any future videos of mine, hit that notification button. Like I said, we will be back starting our single player series again. We're going to start on episode 18. We're going to spawn back in the mountains. We'll be, where the hell did I leave off? This is where we left off, right in this area. This is the mines. I was actually going to do that next, but because we're starting fresh, I'm only spawning in a vehicle, my compound bow, and my arrows, and like a crafted backpack. I'm not going to bother doing the mines this time. I really was going to do that, and we're not. We're just going to move on to other things. Whatever we can find as we keep moving to the western side of the map. So I hope you guys come back and enjoy that single player series as we keep moving along. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And yeah, this update is a badass update. I love it. The cruiser bike is my favorite thing. The turrets are my next favorite thing. But like I said, they're going to be pretty difficult to build just because of some of the things they need. But hey, that's the way it is right now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this update. And as always, take care of yourselves. I'm Citizen Z, and I'll see you in the next one.